So today, as you've seen in the title, I am going to take the Miami Dolphins after spinning the random wheel generator with the 32 NFL teams on there. One of the teams, well, not one of the teams, the team that they gave me that I landed on was the Miami Dolphins. And I'm not sure if the title is going to be clear enough because I don't know what I'm going to title this video yet. But what I'm going to be doing is taking every player, well, not taking every player. What I'm going to be doing is basically just going to free agency, grit. I'm going to free agency and creating my own entire offense basically off nothing but free agent players. So literally everybody on this team's offense that's a 71 or anything that's above a 70, so 70 and below can stay. Everything else has to go, which is pretty cool because that means I'm just gonna be able to trade all these players. I'm not gonna be cutting like Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle and two and the running backs or anything. Even I mean, the tight end is a 72. He really ain't nothing. He could stay. The offensive line, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna keep the same. I don't want to really deplete my offensive line. That kind of makes things next to impossible. The line isn't the best anyways. I mean, we do got Teron Armstead, but outside of that, we really ain't even got to worry about the offensive line. Some of them, let me see, they might not even be making the third show anyway. Oh, well, they're not that bad. But they're not amazing either. So there's really no need to touch them. But as far as like quarterback, halfback, fullback, wide receiver, tight end, we definitely gonna build us our own team from free agency. I'm gonna play multiple seasons of this. So one thing that I am gonna do, I will definitely AR. Well, if you don't play franchise mode, AR just means age reduce. Age reduce everybody that I grab out of free agency to like 23 or 24 years old. If they're already under 24, then I'm just not gonna touch them at all. Only because I'm gonna be doing this, like I said, for some seasons. So I definitely want the development to be there. And throughout the course of this whole video, I want the team to be strictly players that I'm grabbing out of free agency. I might draft backups, but starter wise, I still want it to be strictly people from free agency. But with that being said, the somewhat fun part comes in. Because of that, everybody on the offense, so Tyreek Hill, even Wilson, Mustard, HN, um, Tua, Jalen Waddle, Robbie Anderson, or Robbie Chosen, all of those people, even the star fullback, I guess, and Smythe, so to speak, I'm going to be able to trade all of those people, and since I can only acquire defense, so to speak, that just means I'm just going to add to this already crazy defense. I mean, it ain't the best, but it's far from the worst. This team with a lot of playmakers such as Xavier Howard, Ramsey, Javon Holland, Wilkins, Van Ginkel, David Long Jr., Jerome Baker. Like, I mean, Jalen Phillips. I'm reading off the names that you see on the front, but I mean, you know what the Dolphins got. We all know what they're working with. But it's definitely going to be hard, but not necessarily having to trade all these people. I know I'm going to be taking a huge penalty, so I really want to get what I can get right now. That way I won't have to worry about being borderline dead broke during free agency or however that stuff kind of affects us. So first, I'm going to go sign my free agents, and since everybody that I'm trading away is above 70, that means that everybody else that I'm signing out of free agency got to be 70 or lower, which is the tricky part. And if you wonder where my camera is, I'm having issues right now with the camera and a whole bunch of other stuff. So this video is gonna be faceless. The future one should have my camera. Like this should probably be my only one where I'm faceless for real once I fix the issue. But quarterback wise, I'm not gonna lie, I'm definitely gonna go with Max Duggan. I hear some people say Dugan. They said Duggan on the game sometimes, Dugan on the game sometimes. I really can't remember. Like I said, I wasn't really heavily deep into college football last year when they were actually in the college championship where they got embarrassed by Georgia. But I want to go with him because he has 88 speed. He's actually a rookie and he's 22, so I won't even have to touch any of that. But 88 throw power is kind of like low. But I mean, I am dealing with free agents, and as he develops, I'm pretty sure he'll get like at least a +2 or 3 to his throw power over the years. So I'm gonna go ahead and sign him and make him our franchise quarterback. I actually in Madden 22, I actually broke a lot of rushing records in this one online franchise league I was in for seasons and games with Myles Gaskin when I had the Dolphins on Madden 22. I think I said what Madden I had. But I was forcing it. Like I was trying to make Myles Gaskin work. It really wasn't the most fun experience I had. Yeah, I'm gonna take Taiwan Jones, and I'm just gonna knock his over. I'm gonna knock his age down tremendously. The speed isn't the highest, but really nothing is the highest, honestly. So it's I want to aim with somebody who has speed I can kind of work with the higher change direction. That way, I'm able to use them the best I can, so I can develop them to the best of my ability. I mean, I could use a backup running back too. I want to use somebody with hands. Actually, this running back, Kurt Merritt might not be that bad, actually. A high 70 catching, very fast speed. Change direction ain't the best, but it's pretty decent. He got a 55 awareness. He don't know what sport he playing, though. And he's a 6'2 overall, so he meets that threshold. I could knock him down. It's going to be a lot to develop. But the thing about this, with the defense that we're going to have, I'm not going to say we're never going to give up points because I'm going to do offense only for the sake of the video. And I know, like, that isn't going to work how I expect it to work. The offense only defense still going to give up a lot. But I do believe, man, I really want to use N'Keal Harry, but he is 71. I can't break that threshold. Can't break it. I definitely want to be able to, like I said, give myself the best ability to develop these players because the defense, we might not hold people to 0 every game, but we could be very, very patient. And Cam Sims is definitely somebody I'm going to use. 6'5", so he's kind of a real nice target for our quarterback to use, especially like we ever run across smaller defenders or like a lineup where a person is the team's top 3 corners is real short. I could just literally throw him out there, mash them up, and kind of win any one-on-one jump balls or anything, really. We really just kind of need any advantage we could get. It's going to get not necessarily cheesy, but like I said, we're going to have to really exploit a certain couple niches when it comes to some of these wide receivers, whether it's height or speed or catching or jumping, whatever it is. That way we could give our quarterback something to work with because this is not going to be an easy task. So we're going to go ahead and grab Anthony Schwartz for his speed, speaking of, and then one more wide receiver so I can have a room of 3. And it's a lot of Josh Gordon. Let's add Josh Gordon to the team. Why not? And then let me get a couple of tight ends and we can go ahead and move on. OJ Howard for sure. You can easily add OJ Howard to the roster. Age reduce him and kind of revamp his career, so to speak. Thought he was going to really be a monster over there in Tampa Bay. I mean, he wasn't the worst. It was just the timing of everything when Brady and Gronk went over there kind of cut down on the few times that he did have left to kind of really turn things around for real. Hopefully another team could pick him up and then give him another chance, though. He wasn't that bad of a tight end, in my opinion. I'm not saying he was the best, but I feel like he could really, like, fulfill any kind of role, like a backup role or, like, in case the first tight end goes down to, like, bridge the gap until they come back. I feel like he would be perfect for that. And then honestly, we could take Jesse James. He's 6'7", another huge target for our quarterback. And then that's going to really complete the offense. I'm not 100% sure. Like I said, the contracts, I got to learn that more on Madden. I don't know if I'm going to be able to trade all these people and still be able to re-sign all the free agents because everybody is on a 1-year deal. But we are about to stack the defense like crazy. So first thing first we're going to do is look to see what team in the NFC needs a wide receiver. I really do not want to go against either Jalen Waddle or Tyreek Hill during the season, especially not in the playoffs. So we're going to go ahead and give our team a break and see who needs a wide receiver, who isn't that great of a team either, because I don't want to really stack the team we have to go against. Highly doubt we see the Giants in there, so we're going to go ahead and offer up Tyreek Hill. I don't think they go for a Tyreek Hill, Dexter Lawrence swap, do they? Of course they do. So now we just got Dexter Lawrence for Tyreek Hill. Crazy shot. I feel like I could have borderline got more for that, like maybe a pick or something. Because going forth, I don't know how I'm going to do the draft yet, but I'm still just want to give me some picks. That way, whenever I do come up with any ideas, it isn't really too little too late. Tua, this is him, Tyreek Hill, and Waddle, especially Tua and Hill. This is where we'll be able to get the most from. Kind of shortchanged myself with the Hill trade. I feel like I could have added on a little bit more, but we straight on that though. Strong safety, we could use Cal Duggar, but I feel like we're getting an even better strong safety. I mean, can we do Tua for Harrison Smith and Danielle Hunter? I doubt it. Ooh, they took you. Alright, bet. Defense is looking mad crazy. I feel like I could do even more, to be honest, and really load it up over there. Teams are not scoring on this, bro. Man, I feel like I could have really got some more with that Tyreek Hill trade, but it's cool. And a team that has both a left end and a corner. Who has a real great left end and a corner? I could go to New Orleans. I know they need more receivers over there. We definitely do. And I could definitely take Cameron Jordan off of them and go ahead and grab Marshon Lattimore. Yeah, I don't think it's that sweet. What about Waddle for Lattimore straight up? Probably not. Waddle a first, a third, and a fourth for Marshon Lattimore. So now what I'm going to decide to do, and this isn't even because of the video, but because of what I have on defense, I'm just going to constantly fluctuate my defense every year. Since the offense is going to kind of stay the same, I'm not going to be using draft picks on the offense. And what I have on defense is more than enough to just swap out for younger players over the years. Like, as I play this franchise, I do plan on playing this for some seasons if it's very interesting. Because I kind of like the idea that I just came up with. So I'm going to, the defense can literally regenerate itself. The offense isn't going to change. So I might as well get rid of the picks that I can to get better players for the defense to be able to regenerate itself. So now we have three great corners in Ramsey, Lattimore, and Howard. We got Javon Holland on one side, Harrison Smith on the other as far as back there in safeties. The front line looking real good with Wilkins and Dexter Lawrence. I just need to add on a left end. We have Danielle Hunter and Jalen Phillips. Honestly, I can move Hunter to left end. Or I could use... I move Hunter to left end. Because Jalen Phillips develops real nicely on franchise. So I'm going to let him develop on his own, stay in his natural spot. And I'm just going to use Hunter to kind of patch up that left side on the D-line. So now we got Hunter, Wilkins, and Lawrence on the line. Man, that's godly. We got Jalen Phillips, Jerome Baker, Van Ginkel, and Bradley Chubb right there. I'm going to want me another middle linebacker. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to give me one last middle linebacker, and then we can go from there. Since he's a backup anyways. A heavy overpay, maybe. Giving up a second for this year, and next year second and third, along with Chubb, Mostert, and Robbie Chosen for older Levante David. I can find a way to help him, you know what I'm saying, regenerate the defense next year. Kind of replenish it on its own. So I don't mind giving up the picks because now this defense is really not to be played with. Jerome Baker, he was nice to develop when I had the Dolphins, but at that point he was already like 23, 24 years old. 26, you kind of done developing. See, I could use him for... Let me upgrade him real quick. He 1,000 away from another upgrade. That could really help me trade him, but... I feel like I can still get what I need to get from him. I'll take this third. Go ahead, call it one. And now we got rid of Jerome Baker, who was our backup linebacker, but he's not going to be seeing the field that much because, I mean, there's so many people out there. One miss down from Levante David to take a break really isn't hurting nobody. So now our head count, it might stay the same. Well, I did kind of do a huge big trade. So now we down 2. So we still got like a 69-man head count or whatever number we got to be at. Braxton Berrios, and then Chase Claypool is last. I thought I could have got some of him, but freeing up a lot of money works out in our favor even better. Upgrade players, because why not? Going forth, I'll touch my offensive line as I progress, but at the end of the day, this is an offensive experiment. I don't want to... Like, when I first started playing it, I kind of talked about how I'm glad the offensive line for the Dolphins wasn't too great, to where it was like taken away from what I'm trying to do. But at the same time, it isn't too bad. So it's like, with that being said, there's no point of me adding to it now. I'm going to add to it in the future. But that defense is extremely nice. And we got some quarterbacks that's under 70 that's way better than Duggan, but I'm still just I'm going to roll with him. We got H-N on the team still. Let's go ahead and get a third and a fourth from Denver. Okay, bet. What I'm going to do, so just so I don't even have to kind of like skip right to that part, I'm just gonna give everybody we can do a 5-year franchise for this. We do a 5-year franchise. Lock everybody up for 5 years. All the free agents. I'm not gonna give them too much money because they're free agents at the end of the day. When their time comes for the re-sign period, I was just gonna give them 5 years anyway. So there's no difference in me doing that and just doing it right now. And for the sake of not very extending this first video, because since I'm doing offense only, I'm gonna do probably maybe about like 3 to 4 games per video to try to like not speed run the whole season. You kind of break everything up, but not really extend out the season either, like game by game. We're doing 2 games at a time. So to kind of get like a more experience to see like how first quarter of the season is going, halfway through the end of the season, coming up on the playoff push, and then finishing off the season. That's kind of the format I'm going to go. But this video is really just going to be us putting the team together. And since this video just us putting everything together, I am going to upload the video of weeks 1 through 4 tomorrow for sure. So the wait isn't even going to be that long of a wait. I do got a nice corner sitting back there. I forgot to edit the depth chart for the defense. But I'm going to get back to that before the game starts. But this is what we're looking like offensively. Whew. This is something that I signed myself up for. I'm not going to lie. Alex Engle is still there, but I'll move OJ. I can move him right there. Put him right there. So that way he starts. This is something I signed myself up for. But it's going to be fun trying to experiment with them. Maybe very frustrating with the 60 quarterback. He definitely has a ways to go before he gets up in that elite category or even just your everyday starter category. But we have it. We're going to go against the Los Angeles Chargers in our next video. Actually, let me pull up our schedule to see who all we're going against in our next video. The Chargers, the Patriots, the Broncos, and the Bills is who we have to all knock off in the next video coming tomorrow. That's pretty much it for today. If you enjoyed what you saw, a like for this video will mean a lot to me. And like I always say, if you want to see more videos similar to this, or if you want to be notified on when this video drops, even though I kind of told you dropping tomorrow, subscribe and hit the bell so you're notified when it drops. And like I always say, it's free to unsubscribe if you don't like it. So subscription now, I would greatly appreciate it. And when I take that subscription, it makes me know that I got to make even better content for you guys. But I'm just not going to keep rambling. Thanks for watching and come back tomorrow.